Mic test. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Monaco Grand Prix of Zenith Online Racing. This is round 3 of the championship, and we're here at the most prestigious track in the world, Monaco. Everybody wants to win Monaco. In fact, we have a recent Monaco race winner in the lobby right now. Zenith to win it is joining us tonight, and he just actually won the Monaco Grand Prix for Tier 1 on PS4 yesterday. So all eyes are going to be on Zenith. I watched a little bit of the live stream yesterday, and I noticed a comment that Zenith listens to the stream while he's racing. So going to be cracking some jokes towards Zenith's way this evening, I'm sure. But definitely, like I said, all eyes on him. Taking a look at the championship, Zenith happens to be in the lead with 44 points. In second place, we have Mr. Joshua, who's actually not here today, so it's going to give Zenith a chance to extend that lead, and some of the others a little further down the order, a chance to catch up. Main Chief is P3 in the championship. Do we have Main Chief tonight? No, we don't. So it'll give Taewen, who we do have here, Taewen in the Aston Martins here. He's 4th in the championship. Aston Martin's actually 2nd in the Constructors right now, followed closely behind AlphaTauri, or AlphaTauri follows closely behind, I should say. That's the RC and Sir Harry team. So those are kind of the three teams we're going to be looking at this evening. The three that have so far gotten the best results this season. But Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, these guys are not that far behind. I also want to make an announcement that we have, it looks like, 3 open seats in this tier right now. So have some fantastic drivers. We'd love to get everybody else on board. We're going to quickly follow Zenith on board for his first lap. Is he on the medium tires? Looks like he's on the medium tires, so he's just getting a feel for the track, perhaps. Doesn't seem to be pushing too hard. Do we have a weather report from anybody in the race? What do we have today? Any driver would like to give a weather report, that'll be helpful. RC actually retires. It looks like RC's gone off the track. Let me actually, I was finally getting the hang of this menu here on the keyboard that I took last week off. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling too well. But we're back here, and we are ready for Monaco Grand Prix. The PC problems are all fixed. As we see Zenith just darting up the inside of an Aston Martin. Looks like Tae Wen was trying to get out of the way there. And Zenith is, for the first lap, he's going to go fastest, a 1:10.4 on the medium tires. So nicely done, Zenith. We got dude from Mexico on an out lap. Let's see where he is on track. So we're gonna ride along with dude from Mexico for his next lap. Oh, a little bit into the wall. Is that some wing damage? Hopefully not. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he got away with it. Oh no, he's actually taken off the whole front wing now. So dude from Mexico back into the pits. Not a great out lap, but he'll be out and ready to get him next time. As we've been watching dude from Mexico, Murphy's Laws came in P2 with a good time of 1:11.7.5. And then he's got half a tenth back to Tae Wen and Bulldog. So we've got another yellow flag. Sin 15 is out of the session. So who's on the other side of the track? It looks like, is that Red? Is Red coming up the hill? No. Just trying to see if we could catch that. Oh, and another one. Aerostrike is out. Looks like Aerostrike lost it. Let's see, we're missing everything now. And now I'm stuck. My goodness. Alright, let's see if we can catch this. We're going to ride on board. Folder eyes. See if we can see Arrow's stranded car. Yep, right on the side of the road. So he lost it coming through that tunnel. There's a bit of a dip on the inside, on the right-hand side of that tunnel. And if you got a loose rear end, I mean, you're just going to be coming around in this game. It's really strange. But that tunnel is deadly in this game. You really, hard to believe in the last few games. It's just been, the tunnel flat out, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But in this game, everything's a lot more difficult. We had an absolute mass of retirees last evening. Surprisingly, there were no safety cars. So that's going to be something to look out for this race. Are we going to have a lot of safety cars? Are we going to have no safety cars? It's going to play a big factor in results tonight. Folder Eyes is on a flying lap at the moment, coming up to the to Mirabeau and going through the the Grand Hotel hairpin, the slowest corner on the track, as Sir Harry Hotspur goes fastest. Nicely done, Sir Harry. Got to remember though, Sir Harry put that time in on the softs. Zenith to win it is less than a tenth back. It's just about a tenth back on the mediums. So we're gonna see what Zenith does. Maybe you'll start on the medium tires. We don't know. We don't know what the best strategy is in this race where there could be a lot of safety cars. Looks like some more yellow flags, sector 1, but that just seemed to be a Aston Martin, I believe, getting out of the way of Axton in that Papaya McLaren. So Folder Eyes just finishing up sector 3. Going to be coming through Anthony Nogue's corner onto the main straight. Opens the DRS one final time for this lap and across the line. Comes home in 5th. 1:12.1. So not a bad time. Not a bad time. Puts himself right in the middle of the pack of all the people who've put a lap in thus far. Zenith to win it, absolutely. Class of the fields, a 109.4.5 on the medium tire, if you believe that. So nicely done again from Zenith. Let's get that fixed. Who do we have here? Who's on an out lap? We got Bulldog. Let's see if we can jump on with Bulldog. As he goes around the track. Where is he? Where are you, Bulldog? Bulldog coming. He's starting a lap. So let's run along with Bulldog. Coming down the main straight. He's on the medium tire. This is going to be a flying lap from him into turn 1. Sandoval should be in third gear coming out of this corner. Perfect. Now we're going up the hill. Close to the wall on the right. On the left, it's crazy. Breaking a straight line after flattening out. Whoa, getting a little loose there. And he's just having to back out of it. He was going right into that wall if he didn't back out of it. So this lap, I mean, he probably lost a second and a half there. Really, the car just seems to be all over the place for Bulldog right now. So I think he's backed out now. Not a great lap from Bulldog. Now he's getting out of the way of who? Of Offic Red, who's also on a flying lap in the Alpine, coming down to the Nouvelle chicane, braking at the 100-meter board. Oh, and just clips the inside with that rear left tire. I've done that an enormous amount of times in both time trials and races. That's a tough one. Because you really want to get the most out of that corner to get a good run down towards the back. But sometimes see that he's hitting the wall again, but I don't think he probably doesn't care at this point. He's just trying to get back into the pits. So I seem to be the bearer of bad luck for these drivers when I jump on board. So let's get on Taewen and see if we can spoil his lap as well. Coming through the Nouvelle chicane. Seems to be doing pretty nice. Hits the apex. We'll give him that apex. Flat out. Very nicely done. Using as much track as he can. This looks like a nice little sector he's putting in. It is his personal best. Around Anthony Noakes' corner onto the main straight. And what's Taewen going to do? Let's see it. 109.9. 109.69. It's a lot of nines. That's a good lap from Taewen. Puts in P3. While we were running on board with this lot, Axton actually went second. He went second fastest with a 109.583. So that's just a little more than a tenth behind Zenith. So Zenith does have some competition tonight after all. But let's actually go ahead and see if we can get the tire detail up. Actually, this really probably isn't entirely too accurate, is it? This isn't going to give me what their fastest lap tire is. It's going to give me the tire they are currently on. So Zenith is on an out lap right now. He's on the soft tires. This is going to be, well, we got 7.5 minutes left, so this is going to be a lap for Zenith. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's certainly going to be going for it. Let's get on board with Murphy's Law, who's just starting a lap, I believe. Is he starting a lap? He is. Murphy's Law is on a lap here, so let's run on board with Murphy for a little bit, putting in a blue first sector. Nicely done. Coming into the Grand Hotel hairpin. He should have got a little closer to that apex, but that's a tough corner. Taking it nice and easy down Portier and into the tunnel. Let's see if he right there on that right-hand side. If he got a little bit closer, it loosens the car up there on the inside. You gotta be careful. He did that nicely though. Should be something you shouldn't have to worry about, but in F1 2021, you never know what's gonna bite you. So flying through Sector 3 now, through the swimming pool section, round La Rascasse, and then finally Anthony Noakes onto the main straight, opens that DRS. Where's Murphy's Law gonna go? He improves quite significantly, he goes about 1.3 seconds faster, but he stays in 5th position. Now let's hop on board with Zenith coming into the Nouvelle chicane on the soft tire. He's trying to put in the best lap he possibly can, but Daddy DeVito is in front of him. he's surely going to be getting a little bit of aero wash through the swimming pool, and that's really not where you want to have aero wash. Gets as close to the wall on the right as you possibly can, takes as much curb as you can, and Daddy DeVito really slowing Zenith down. And now this is kind of, you know, what's he thinking? Or is Daddy DeVito, is he starting a lap right now? But Zenith goes fast, only a 10th improvement, so not great. But of course, it looked like he did get impeded by Daddy DeVito. Although I think Daddy DeVito, is he on a flying lap now, or did he just finish a lap? Because it looks like he jumped up the standings, perhaps. Yeah, Daddy DeVito has to be, yeah. So wow, so Zenith was so fast, he caught up to Daddy DeVito, got blocked, still went faster by a little bit, of course, but so how fast, so what would that lap have been for Zenith if he wasn't kind of held up there on that lap? So what do we got happening right now? Out lap, Sir Harry. Let's get over to Sir Harry, see where he's at. Sir Harry in the Alpha 2. We got some more yellow flags. I think it's just traffic getting out of the way. Alright, so Sir Harry's on a fresh set of softs. He's already done a 110.4. I think he did that on softs. I could be wrong. I think he did that on the soft tire. We can actually check, I think. Going over to the race director. Sir Harry. So yeah, he did that first lap on the soft. So now he's coming for the second lap on the soft, so we need to improve. And he's got about 4 minutes left, so I don't know if he'll have some more time. I don't think if he finishes this lap, I don't think he's gonna have another. He's gonna have more time, excuse me, to do another. But here we go, onto the straight. DRS wide open. DRS wide open. He's coming up the hill. He's got a McLaren. The McLaren of Axton is just up the road. So hopefully Axton can be a bit gentlemanly and get out of the way. So look, the car just sliding through there. The car is very loose in this game compared to the last. Coming through the Grand Hotel hairpin and down towards Portier. Oh, just hitting that curb on the outside. That's never good for traction. Coming through the tunnel. Down towards La Nouvelle Chicane. Braking in a straight line at the 100-meter board. Did he cut that? No, he didn't cut that. Brilliantly cutting the curb as much as he can. Now through swimming pool. Does he lift? No, he doesn't lift, but he goes around. Sir Harry's around in the swimming pool. The swimming pool has claimed another victim. Now he's got to get that thing turned around without putting too much more damage on the rest of the car. So again, commentator's curse. Forgive me, Harry. Forgive me. It had to be done. You have to give the people what they want. They want you to crash because it's interesting and fun. Some more yellow flags. Start of Sector 2, but I think that's just traffic yielding, getting out of the way. Office Red out of the race, or out of the qualifying, excuse me, and it looks like he's actually lost it. It looks like there is looks like there's a Red Bull. Did I just miss it? I just missed it. Yeah. So, really weird place for Office Red to have retired near the Grand Hotel hairpin. Or, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wilhelm on an outlap in the Ferrari. I want to see something out of Wilhelm tonight. He's had a few opportunities. He hasn't particularly, or he has capitalized on a few of those opportunities. So doing well for the red team. Forza Ferrari. So Axton's coming onto the straight for the final time. See what he can do. Where does he go? I don't believe he has improved. Or is he getting a lap? No, he's got a once he's going for another. Tay Wen is out for a lap. Zenith's out for a lap. So we got a bunch of people finishing right now. We got a bunch of people looking to start a lap. Where do I want to be? Let's see what Murphy's Law can do. Murphy's Law is about to finish his final lap of the qualifying session right now. Through Anthony Nogue's corner for the final time in qualifying for Murphy's Law. It's flat out DRS open. He improves a little bit. He goes about 6.5 tenths faster. So nicely done, Murphy. Puts him in P4 for the time being. Wilhelm is going down towards the Grand Hotel hairpin, doing a good job. We got Daddy DeVito starting a lap, Harry Hotspur starting a lap, and we got Zenith. What's Zenith doing? Zenith's on a lap right now, so let's, is he on? He's starting a lap. Axton takes pole for the time being, unless anyone else has something to say about it. So it looks like Zenith actually invalidated that one. I missed it. So let's ride on board with Zenith for the last lap of this qualifying session. Looks like he'll be the last to cross the line. I believe it's really close to cutting that corner. Maybe you want to be a little more careful. Zenith should have been a little bit higher. Unfortunately, he might have been blocked on his previous flying lap. Now he's under pressure from Axton and perhaps even Taewen. Does it look like Taewen is still going? Through the Grand Hotel hairpin once again and down towards Portier. How's Zenith doing on this lap? Where's the sector time? It should be coming up soon. Folger is done. Daddy DeVito's done. McLaren nicely getting out of the way. Oh, so close to the wall there. Just a little bit of understeer. But it looks like he did. Oh, whoa. Oh, and Zenith's around. Zenith is around. There was a parked car. I think that was Daddy DeVito. Parked car on the side of the road. And now Zenith's caused the roadblock. Zenith Axton, the poleman and the runner-up, getting into it a little bit. It wasn't really Axton's fault. Nowhere for Zenith to go. And look, dude from Mexico, another trashed car on the straightaway. So Monaco claiming, I mean, look at this. Zenith, Daddy DeVito, dude from Mexico, Office Red, Aero, Sin, RC, and Folderize, all taken victim of the Monaco circuits in qualifying. So this does not bode well for the race. I hope we can all get it together for the race and have some clean racing here. But nevertheless, Axton is going to take it home. He's going to take home pole for the Monaco Grand Prix in the McLaren. Nicely done, Axton. Fantastic job getting that lap in. With seemingly all of the commotion that was occurring there, especially at the end, getting towards the end, I think we need to be a little more cleaner, perhaps, in qualifying, a little more cognizant. If you get that joke, cognizant, Aston Martin sponsor. Got to be more cognizant of what's going on around us, everybody. All right, running through the qualifying order. Axton, again, on pole with a 109.2. Zenith takes P2. Let's see if Zenith can get Axton off the line. I'm sure they're both going to want to be getting to the corner first. Taewen, the German, in P3 in the Aston Martin, followed by Murphy's Law and Sir Harry in the Williams and AlphaTauri. Daddy DeVito in the Aston Martin comes starting 6th. The Bulldog and dude from Mexico, Red Bull partner, 7th and 8th. Office Red, P9. And Wilhelm in the Ferrari, bringing home P10. But it looks like Wilhelm had a penalty, so that may affect his starting order. That's the top 10 for you for this evening's race. And now let's take a quick breather, quick sip of water, and get back and be ready for the Monaco Grand Prix in just a moment, everybody. I'll be right back. All right, so a dramatic end to qualifying brings us to the race. And qualifying, we saw Zenith get impeded on his final 2 flying laps, actually, leaving Axton to take pole. Maybe a bit of a surprise, but Axton certainly, he was there. He was the man. He was there. He got the lap done. He put the car on pole, so nicely done to Axton. And congratulations. So now we're here at the race. This is what really matters, and it's Monaco. The walls are very close. There is there's absolutely no room for error here on this track. We had about half the cars, more than half the cars, go out in qualifying, and that was just about 5 laps for everybody. So we'll see if we can get through the 39 laps today. I sure would like to be on one of those yachts right there for a yacht view. But instead, I'm here in Virginia, live streaming to you all from around the world with racers from around the world. It really is kind of like Formula One with the brilliant sun coming down. Yeah, it just would be really nice to be a spectator at an actual Monaco Grand Prix. One day I'll get there. But today, right now, we have the Zenith Online Racing Monaco Grand Prix. The racers are lining up on the main straight for the start of the race. Axton and Zenith, these are the 2 to watch as they race down the main straight going towards turn 1. Let's not miss the start. I would really like to see the front of the Grand Prix, but we're here in the back. All right, here we go with Axton running on board, and lights out, and away we go. There we go, start of the front of the field. Axton gets away well. Zenith comes in second as they all, come through Saint-Devat. It looks like they actually all got through clean. Tae-Wen is challenging Axton for P2, and Zenith actually got ahead. How did that happen? Zenith takes the lead, followed by Axton. How did that happen? How did I miss Zenith taking the lead? And Tae-Wen was threatening. Tae-Wen was threatening Axton too. So look at them all nicely, kind of filing through the Grand Hotel hairpin, and we still have everybody. So that was a momentous first lap from the field. Congratulations, everybody, making it through. That was definitely the toughest part. Now we have 38 and a half more laps to go of trying to keep it out of the walls. Looks like Office Red may have picked up some wing damage. He's quite a ways back. But other than that, things are looking pretty good. Zenith's now 1.2 seconds clear of the field, coming around Anthony Noakes for the first time on the first flying lap. So Zenith's already flexing his muscles in that Haas race car. That virtual Haas race car is doing a great job. Dude from Mexico into the pits, so we have some damage. Dude from Mexico, Office Red, like we said, we suspected Office Red had some damage. He's into the pits now. Daddy DeVito all the way back. So what happened there? Daddy DeVito's actually out of the race. Looks like he's parked it right by Anthony Noakes' corner, so I don't know if he got into the wall or what happened there. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. It doesn't look like a safety car is coming out just yet, as Dude from Mexico picks up the first penalty of the evening, 3 seconds for corner cutting. So we ride over alongside Zenith, coming through the Nouvelle Chicane for the second time of the evening. He's looking very good, now 1.7 seconds clear of Axton. Once again, just proving he is the dominant racer out on the track tonight. Got some more penalties coming in. Sin 15 picks up 3 seconds for corner cutting, and as he's chasing down Aerostrike. So this will have to be something to keep up on. If I remember correctly, Sin looked pretty strong back in Bahrain, although I believe he was having some penalty issues there as well. As Wilhelm DNFs, Wilhelm into the wall, coming out of the swimming pool section. Let's see if we can hop back to RC7, who's missing, who's completely missing his front wing, and sees the wrecked Ferrari right there on the track. That's dangerous. And dude from Mexico driving very patiently, just waiting to get around RC7 as he comes into the pits. So nice driving from dude from Mexico there, and everybody involved to get through that cleanly. So we've lost Willem, we've lost Daddy DeVito. We have quite a few drivers with wing damage already, being dude from Mexico, Office Red, and RC7 have all had to make a pit stop. I believe that is all the drivers that have to make a pit stop. Let's pull that up. Yep, those are the 3 drivers. What do we have going on track? We have Zenith 3.7 seconds. Oh, we have a pass. Oh, Axton. Axton's gone into the wall somewhere. He's completely lost his entire front wing. Oh, he said he hasn't raced in a while, and that'll do it. He's got a lot of talent, but this is a game where you really have to put in the time if you want to get around a full race cleanly, especially at a track like Monaco. So perhaps that lack of practice coming back to bite Axton there and penalizing him with a pit stop and a wing change. Coming out on the medium tires, so he should be good to go for most of the rest of the race. Maybe stop towards the end, throw on some softs, maybe pick up that fastest lap. That might be in the cards for Axton a little bit later. It looks like he was sliding. Was it me, or did he look like he just slid? He just slid through Massenet there. Big slide. We are trying to get over to Sir Harry Hotspur, who is the closest man on track to the car ahead, and that's Murphy's Law. This is the fight for the final podium position after that accident that we just saw. That accident from Axton that we saw when he lost his wing. Sir Harry's chasing down Murphy's, but this is Monaco. It's really tough to pass. There's no large DRS sections. Sin 15's actually right in the back of Aero. So what happened there? Is this some damage from Aero, or is this just a lot of pace from Sin 15? I didn't notice these two were so close. Well, here we are. We got a brilliant battle here. Sin 15's clearly the quicker driver at the moment. Perhaps that's because Aero is on some hard tires, which are not the tire that you want to be on this track. They have very little grip. Of course, they will last forever. I mean, Aero could very easily go to the end of the race right now on this tire, but can he keep it out of the wall? And can he keep ahead of the other drivers? This is Monaco, so you can kind of drive in the middle of the track and make it very difficult for the car behind to pass, but then you got to not make a mistake. If you lock it up, or maybe you cut the corner. I mean, a lot can happen when pressure's on here. Keeping an eye on the gap from Sir Harry to Murphy's, the pair that are fighting for the final podium position. But right now we're just gonna stick with Sin and Aero, and it looks like Sin is kind of all over the place. He has a really good sector, then he kind of has a bit of a bad sector, makes mistakes. He's got a second back now, so he's dropped at least half a tenth since when we jumped on board. Now even more time. So and he gains it right back. So these two clearly each have their own strengths and weaknesses on this circuit. That's what's really interesting about Monaco. Is you can be really good at sector 1, nail the mid-speed flowy corners, and then get into sector 2 where you have Mirabeau, you have the hairpin, you have Portier, and you could struggle there. Those are tough corners, some of the toughest on the circuit. It's not like driving through in a Mitsubishi Mirage, driving a Formula 1 car through the Grand Hotel hairpin. I mean, that is tight. And these cars, as we all know, are boats. I mean, they're nothing compared to the yachts that are parked in the harbor. But, I mean, these cars are boats. If you think about it, they are long, they are wide. And that's why it's tough to have good racing here around Monaco. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows that. but that's the truth. As Sin is within 3/10, 6/10 now, so he gets close. They get near the corner, gets a little bit of aero wash, a little bit of dirty air, and that ceases his progress. Folderize has left the session. He hasn't retired, though, so he may have disconnected. Folderize right now running in P9 in the points, so having a bit of a good evening thus far. Was he here last week? I'm not sure. I haven't seen that name before. As we have Axton now has very quickly approached the back of these two. So we have Sin 15 and a papaya sandwich. As Axton's looking to go down the inside. Can't pull it off. Arrow, a bit of a bad corner. That's allowed Axton to get alongside Sin 15 and they go through too wide. Wow, look at that. Good racing. Axton getting by. Now, and Sin picking up another 3 seconds for his troubles there. Getting caught out, not really of his own doing, on his own accord, but unfortunately got caught out because of Arrow having a bad run through the corner. Arrow's going to pull over and let his teammate Axton through, so that's great teamwork. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, that was perfect teamwork. Arrow could have been... Oh, and who's off? Is that Sin off? Is that Sin in the wall? I just took a screenshot. That is Sin. No, that's not. So what happened? I think Sin went into the wall. He must have. But he must not have gotten any damage. Something occurred. Because Sin is very far back now from Axton and Arrow. And look at, I mean, oh man, Axton has just let Arrow by. And he's almost 3 seconds clear. And we're about halfway done through the lap. So we might... It doesn't look like he's got any damage, so that's just pure pace. Axton is flying. Let's not count him out of anything this evening so far. We got more yellow flags. Who's that? I don't know. I apologize on skipping around so much. I'm trying not to do that too very often. Why can't I find that blue car? Am I crazy? It's Bulldog coming into the pits. Did he get a wing change? Didn't look like it. Didn't look like it at all. Yeah, Sir Harry, wow. Right on the tail of Murphy's Law now. Right on the tail. What tires do we have for everybody now? Let's check that out. So these two are on soft, so we may very likely see one of these two coming into the pit soon as Office Red picks up Office Red. Let me know what you want your name to be pronounced like, and so I can get that right for you, Office Red. If you are listening to this, you can send me a message on Discord. Sir Harry Hotspur is chasing down Murphy's Law, and the AI of Office Red very nicely pulls off onto the side of the road as to not impede the drivers a lap ahead of them. Very courteous indeed. Looks like Bulldog. Looks like dude from Mexico. Did he just pull over to let his teammate Bulldog by? So that's another pair of drivers working together tonight in order for the team to score the most points. So that's absolutely fantastic to see everybody working together. As Folderize, I just took another screenshot because I'm pressing the wrong button. As Folderize is right behind. Is this the AI? What is going on? Folderize is definitely in the race. Did Arrow get hit somewhere? He's driving. I know he's got more pace than that. Maybe he's just having a bad night. Come on, Arrow. Got some interval problems right now, classically. Since we have some problems with the timing, let's take a look at Fastest Lap as we're watching Arrow and Folderize go through Sector 2 right now. Let's see if Folderize can put a challenge in. Up the inside. Doesn't look like it. Now he's too far back, so... Wow, look at the graphics. I mean... as Folderize gets loose there in the Nouvelle Chicane. Almost sending it around. So looking at Fastest Lap, Jinnit, the class of the field, he should be pitting shortly as well. taking those softs 10 laps. He does have a penalty right now. He does have 3 seconds, so that is something he has to take into consideration. Although, it doesn't look like anybody is very close to him. Who's the closest driver? In terms of pure pace, Axton has the second fastest lap on those medium tires. And then Tae-Wen is the only other driver that put a 112 in. Everyone else is in the 13s, 14s, and 15s right now. Sin with another 3-second time penalty. Let's see if we can get gap to the leader back. Yeah, so Zenith is still in P1. Axton's actually back into P2 overall after taking pit stops into consideration. Axton should come out ahead. Or I'm sorry, excuse me. What am I trying to say here? Axton should be in P2 after the pit stops, as Zenith and Murphy's Law actually come into the pits. So why can't I change drivers here? So let's run over to Zenith. I'm going to be jumping through cars again, forgive me. Zenith comes out. He's leading the race. Let's go back to Axton. This is where the action could be. Axton's coming out. Axton is in second place. Murphy's Law and Harry. So it looks like Sir Harry pit. And Sir Harry's now ahead of Murphy's Law. So Sir Harry with the brilliant undercut made it work absolutely perfectly. And now Murphy's in the Williams has to look at the back of an AlphaTauri now, and has to chase down the AlphaTauri driver. So brilliant strategy from Sir Harry to get himself into the... Tae-Wen, I believe, would still be P3 if he pit. Yeah, if Tae-Wen is going to pit, he's going to be in P3. But of course, Axton, he's probably going to have to... Oh, and a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane from Tae-Wen. That's disastrous for him. That might cost him a podium at the end of the race. That very well might cost him a podium at the end of the race, depending on how well Sir Harry and Murphy's get on. Looks like I was gonna say looks like Sir Harry's got some pace on Murphy's, but I'll take that back immediately. And Sir Harry into the pits again. What is going on? Why is Sir Harry into the pits? Did he pick up some wing damage right there? Oh no! Yeah, Sir Harry got some wing damage. That's terrible for the Is Sir Harry American? I'm gonna call him American. Yeah, I think he is for the American driver. That's terrible for the American driver. What a shame. That leaves Murphy's Law in P4 right now. Who's gonna be in a really nice spot. Potential podium for Murphy's Law if Axton has to pit and kind of loses some pace over the rest of the race, because he's been, Axton is absolutely flying. He's 8 seconds back to Zenith now. Remember, Axton had no front wing whatsoever, I believe, on lap 4 of this race. Axton lost his entire front wing. Now he's only 8 seconds off the lead again. Keep an eye on Axton. Let's see what he can do. No penalties, by the way, for the McLaren driver, so that might come in to help him towards the end of the race. So we ride on board with Murphy's Law's Williams as he starts lap 14. Let's go back to Sir Harry, and I take another screenshot because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's jump back to Sir Harry as he's chasing down the Bulldog, the Honda Junior driver, the Red Bull Junior driver at AlphaTauri, racing the full-time Red Bull driver. Oh, goes in a little deep. I'm sure Sir Harry may have pooed himself a little bit. Look, when you are going towards the wall in Sandoval at that angle, at the angle it looked like Sir Harry was going through the corner, that's scary because you think right into the wall. But he was able to keep it together, and he is right on the tail of Bulldog. We also have Folderize very close to the back of Arrow. So these are the two battles we're going to keep an eye on. And actually, oh wow, look at that Sir Harry flying down through the tunnel. Is he going to put a move on? He's looking for it. Bulldog gives him space and locks up. Couldn't handle the pressure. Harry moves himself up into the 7th place. Nicely done, Sir Harry. You just have to leave the car there and hope and not hope, but pressure the other driver into mistake, as Folderize has also gotten by Arrow. So we have overtakes galore. It looks like Folderize very well may have gotten that into the Nouvelle Chicane as well. So I apologize to the other battling pair. I wasn't able to get both overtakes, but we did see Sir Harry pressure the Bulldog into making a monumentous error, which cost him 7th place. And now Sir Harry is right on the tail of Aerostrike. Aerostrike having to pit lap 1 put him into a bad strategy, coming onto the hard tire, I believe. Is that what happened? Let me just make sure that I have that correct when I pull up pit stops. No, Arrow hasn't pit, so Arrow's actually started on those hards. Is that, am I reading that right? Interesting. Sir Harry really putting some pressure on him, on Arrow. Not able to get by this time. Oh, darting down towards the inside for Harry. Aerostrike has got to be a little sweaty right now. The amount of pressure that he's been in by the rest of these drivers. Will Sir Harry? I think he was thinking about pulling a little bit of a Charles Leclerc there, but not actually being able to pull it off now. He's right behind Aerostrike. He's right under his front wing. Is he going to make a move down into turn 1? He does not send it, but he's going to be awfully close coming up the hill. Right on board along with Sir Harry as he's right behind Aerostrike. Arrow, just those tires have to be going off now. Maybe not going off, but those hard tires, like I've mentioned quite a few times this stream so far, are not a good tire to be on. They're going to be lacking a lot of grip, and he's all over the track. Harry is losing so much time right now being stuck behind Arrow. He's going to have to make a move soon if he wants any hope of continuing to progress in this race. Once again, he's right on the wing. He has to make a move this time. Looking down going around the outside actually. Oh, and the two make contact. Arrow has been put into the wall for his trouble. Lost his wing. I might have to put some blame on the McLaren driver there. He was kind of moving all over the place. Although the tunnel is considered a corner, kind of gives him some more leeway to swerve back and forth. But again, it looks like Arrow was just moving around a little too much. Unfortunately put into the wall. Not sure whose fault that was. We get a ruling, steward's ruling. But Arrow's into the pits to put on some mediums. He was probably, he could have gone out a little longer, got on the softs, been really quick at the end, or came in sooner, put on the mediums. I think that's what I would have done. If I was racing, I think I would have pit, because those hards are just not the tire you want to be on here at Monaco. You just do not want to be on the hards. We haven't spoken about Zenith in a while. Zenith's 10 seconds clear of Axton, although he has 3 seconds worth of penalties. So hopefully there aren't any late race safety cars that may hurt Zenith's fantastic drive. Let's look at Folderize, up 8 positions. Hasn't stopped yet, so he is going to have to stop. That's going to put him back. That'll put Folderize back in the P8, P9 space, somewhere around there, if Folderize were to pit right now. Looks like RC7 just made a move on Office Red. I think that happened on the main straight. Is that where that occurred? No, but it looks like RC7 just made a move. Apologize for missing that one. Sir Harry's right behind Folderize. Folderize has been AI, not AI, AI, not AI. He's AI, or he's ghosted, excuse me, right now. So Sir Harry's able to make quick work of him. I mean, even if Folderize wanted to leave up a defense, he couldn't have. What could he have done? He's a ghost. Why is that occurring? Why is he a ghost? EA Games. Is EA Games the people who own this now? Can I talk bad about them, or are they going to ban us? I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get the channel banned. By the way, everybody, please, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely like if you like the video, if you favored it, share it. It does help Zenith Online Racing with YouTube's algorithm. All hail the mighty YouTube algorithm. May they bless us with more viewers and more subscribers so we can get some more people into the league and continue having a great time. We're having a great time here this evening with Zenith Online Racing. It's always a great group of people. Bit of a lull in the race right now. We're in that midway point in Monaco. You know, there aren't any pit stops happening. The field's kind of spread out as accidents and battles have moved people around. Right now, Tae Wen looks like he's actually catching up to Axton. Is that what I'm seeing happen right now? The group's about 12-14 seconds away from Zenith, so they're not that far off the lead. You know, Zenith could very well make a mistake. These things happen. These things definitely happen. Let's go back over to interval. Tae Wen 1.5 seconds back now. You know, one of the, I don't know about, you know, I don't know if anybody else has the hopes and dreams that I do, but I would absolutely love to visit the Monaco Grand Prix. You know, like I rent a condo or a hotel that has a nice fucking, excuse my language, my goodness, that has a beautiful view of maybe the Nouvelle Chicane area, because that's where some action, any of the action ever happens, or on the start-finish line, or, you know, maybe you could get a place up by, Massenet and then see, like, a large portion of the track. I mean, that would be absolutely fantastic, getting a chance to go to the Monaco Grand Prix. I know the race, people say the race is boring, and, you know, it very well may be boring, but, I mean, it always looks like people have a good time with the parties and all the stuff that happens, the extracurricular activities that happen off track. Taking a look back at the race again. Tae Wen now just a second away from Axton. So if you're just tuning in, we're on lap 21 of 39 of the Zenith Online Racing Monaco Grand Prix here on the PC tier. Zenith has been leading the race so far. The story of the race was Zenith kind of... Oh, excuse me. Hold on. We have yellow flag, sector 2. Looks like someone's off in the Nouvelle Chicane right there. We saw... Who was that? Was that... that looks like that's RC7 again. Looks like it's RC7 again with another broken front wing. But he's still going. That's what counts, RC. Keep it up. Going back to the pits to get another front wing. Tae Wen again, half a second back from Axton, so this race is getting spicy. Tae Wen has the fresher tires. Axton has very old tires. So, you know, I think Axton's going to have to pit again, but we'll see. We also have some traffic coming out of the pit lane. Who's that? Is that a Williams up ahead who's going to get into the action? I think that's Folderize. Yeah, Folderize just pit. Did his pit stop, so he's going to be able to go to the end. I'm sure he's on the medium tire, I would imagine. Folderize on the medium tire now? Yeah. Folderize on the mediums. He can go to the end. He's in P7. About to get lapped by these guys, though. He was actually, Folderize was lapped by Zenith during his pit stop. So, from at least P7 down, these drivers are lapped. It looks like Zenith actually probably... Did he lap the other drivers as well? Folderize back into the session. So, Folderize's AI is just keeping it on the track, keeping it clean, and Folderize is going to be rewarded for that. You know, that's a good way to do well in the Monaco Grand Prix, right? Just give it up to the AI. He'll be able to drive it around in circles. If some competition comes that might knock him off the track, he'll just ghost. And that'll be the end of it. Oh, absolutely brilliant. So, story of the race. Axton took pole. Zenith was very much dealt a bad hand in qualifying. On 2 of his flying laps, he was kind of impeded. Let's just say impeded, which caused Zenith to start P2. we missed it, but coming up the hill on lap 1, Zenith was actually able to get ahead of Axton. Axton kept the lead into turn 1, but Zenith got it up the hill. We somehow missed that overtake. I do not know how, but we did miss it. But it happened. Since then, Zenith has overall led this race. He's got about a 15-second lead right now ahead of Axton and Tae Wen. He is on some medium tires, I believe, that will take him to the end comfortably. So it looks like Zenith has the race thus far. And, ooh, was that... One of these drivers just lost part of his front wing. One of these two just lost his front wing. Look at that shot of the pit box. That was pretty cool. As they're coming around for another lap. How far back is Murphy's Law? We don't know. We're probably quite far back from these two. Do we have anything else occurring on track? No. So we're really just looking at these two for now. More yellow flags, Sector 2. Looks like that could be Aerostrike. Looks like that could be Aerostrike. And as we get back to him, it looks like he's recovered. I need to get faster at clicking. Although I feel like there's a bit of some errors here with like moving around with the spectator menu on the right-hand side, using the keypads. Oh, did Tae Wen get ahead? Oh my goodness. Tae Wen got ahead of Axton. And oh jeez, what an absolute thriller. That's gonna have to be looked at maybe. Looks like Axton's lost. Looks like Axton's dropping with a lot of understeer. He's going very slowly. But his wing isn't damaged, is it? Wing doesn't look damaged. He's coming into the pits. He's coming into the pits. So Tae Wen is in P2. He's getting a new wing. So Tae Wen must have muscled his way by. And he took that position. Office Red moving over. Looks like he might have moved over for RC though. Those two are racing for position. Someone should have told Office Red. He just gave up a position, it looks like. Come on, you're racing that guy. He's just let dude from Mexico. Oh, dude from Mexico coming out right behind Office Red. Here we go. Battle for 11th position. This is where it's at right now. Dude from Mexico's got some fresh tires. He's hunting down Office Red right now. Let's see if he'll be able to get by. Let's see if dude from Mexico will be able to get by the Alpine driver right now. So much faster on that fresher set of mediums. And Axton's actually right... Oh, looks like... Oh! Whoa, look at that. So, okay. So that's interesting. That is very interesting that we just saw that occur right there. It seems as if on my screen, on Dude from Mexico's screen, Office Red was a ghost. But then Office Red looks like he was being pushed around by Dude from Mexico, which clearly wasn't the case. Maybe that's why Office Red is moving over for everybody. Is that a problem? That could be a terrible glitch. I hope that's not the case. We have battle for the final podium position right now. Axton and Murphy's Law. Axton, as we just saw, he had a bit of trouble. Had to pit for a new wing. Now he's chasing Murphy's up the hill on much fresher tires and much fresher medium tires. So it's only a matter of time before Axton gets by, but Murphy's is sure as hell going to put up a fight to keep the McLaren driver behind. We have a AlphaTauri driver in the mix here too. I believe this is RC7 getting a view of the action. If I was fast, I'd be able to, quickly jump over to here and boom, do the TV pod action shot when Axton inevitably goes down the inside of Aero. Not Aero. Oh, RC7. Are you listening, man? Is it because I'm talking about you? You're crashing? I hope that is not the case, but commentator's curse strikes again. RC7 in the wall. once again into the pits for another wing. He is costing AlphaTauri millions this race in parts. I mean, AlphaTauri, they're a fashion brand. How can they afford this? That's what I don't understand. I know Red Bull's bankrolling them, obviously, but still, how do they afford that? Office Red is now retired from the race. That it seems like he was having a bit of a frustrating evening. That's very unfortunate, Office. Hope to see you back next week for the next race at Baku. Should be a little bit better. I mean, personally, I very much like Monaco. Monaco is my favorite track. That's where I want to be. You know, I want to. It's tough watching this race because I would very much prefer to be driving. Monaco is definitely my favorite track. Murphy's locks it up in the Nouvelle Chicane, but there's such a short rundown here that doesn't give him much of a chance to get up the inside. Even when Murphy's like in the wall, Murphy's is clearly struggling. The road is just so thin. Axton has no chance of getting by. Now Murphy, if he can get on the power nice and good here, hit the overtake button, there's just no chance for Axton to get by here. Even if Axton gets good oh! And Axton just very nice to get out of the way and not cause an accident. So give the man points for that. But again, it's tough. I mean, that's tough. Picks up a 3-second penalty for his trouble. Just stuck behind the Williams driver. This must be what it actually feels like in real life for Danny Rick or for Lando Norris if they were stuck behind George Russell or Nicholas Latifi in real life. I mean, just like, oh my God, dude, my car's 18 seconds faster a lap, but you can't get by because there's just no space. But he's trying. He's giving it his all, and now here we go. Awesome job from Axton, and and Axton loses it. Manages to just keep it out of the wall. Murphy's left him. He left him space. I think Axton didn't expect Murphy's to put up a fight. Axton probably thought that, all right, I'm up the inside. He's pretty well along. Murphy's has to back out, right? But no, Murphy's kept it in. Left some room. I think they each other left them room. I mean, Murphy's kind of bounced off the wall a little bit. In real life, you could argue that Murphy's car would be totaled, but this is the physics that we're dealt with in this game, and he's still on the track. He's still going. Axton is still a lot faster, but for another lap, Axton's gonna have to sit behind Murphy's luck. He has nothing. He can't do anything else. He's gonna have to make a move. Zenith into the pits. Zenith into the pits, making a move now, going for the fastest lap of the race, I would imagine. He's got some nice, new, fresh, soft tires on. Let's jump back to Axton as he's looking down the inside of Murphy's. Once again, Murphy's locking up. He's still holding on. Oh, what a fantastic defensive drive from Murphy's. I mean, come on, you got to give this kid some credit. He's hanging it in there. He's not giving up. Let's look at the penalties. Both of these two have 3 seconds, so they're completely even on penalties. This is going to come down to, can Murphy's hold Axton behind? But Axton is right up alongside of him now, and Axton's actually, he's gone through. He's gone through. So Murphy's had to let him go. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, but Axton cleared him well before the corner, and it looks like he's got some wing damage. So where did he pick that up? Did he run into trouble? I'm gonna guess he ran into some trouble coming out of the Nouvelle Chicane, and that's what led to what the incident. The incident being Axton passing Murphy's. I think Murphy's probably hit the inside of the wall there on Anthony Noakes' corner, or we didn't see anything coming through the swimming pool, and that's unfortunate for Murphy's. He was putting up a stellar defense, but he's making his. I mean, I think he's new. I could be wrong. This is my first year in PC, but he's trying to make a name for himself. The young Williams driver, and he did a great job there. So with that, we have Axton now in P3. He's off to the races. He's 29 seconds behind Tae Wen. So it doesn't look like Axton's going to be able to make up, that much time in the 8 laps we have remaining, but he's certainly going to try. Zenith recently put on some new tires, going for the fastest lap of the race, I would imagine. Sir Harry Hotspur moves into P4, taking advantage of the incident that Murphy's got into. Murphy's is going to be coming out of the pits now on some soft tires, and he's going to be a long ways back from Sir Harry Hotspur, so going to be really tough for Sir Harry to move. It's going to be really tough for Murphy's to try to move himself back into P4 from the spot he's in now. But I'm sure he's going to be, giving it a go for the fastest lap or something. He's got a pretty good gap behind Folder Eyes, who tuned in with Folder Eyes. It looks like, I think Folder Eyes is in the race now. It's not his AI driving, so that's good to see. Let's do a quick run through of the drivers again. We have Zenith leading the race in P1. He has been the absolute dominating force so far. Perhaps should have gotten pole. He might be upset about that. Perhaps he feels he should have deserved pole, but he made quick work of Axton to get into first place, and he's led pretty much ever since. Tae Wen holding steady in P2 right now. He's been able to just keep it clean when others have made some mistakes. I think he'll be really happy if he can hold on to this position. Axton P3. We've watched Axton a lot this race, the McLaren driver. He's been driving pretty well. Had a couple bit of unfortunate events where he lost his front wing, but he's got a lot of raw pace. Just can he keep it clean? Of course, we got Sir Harry in P4. Sir Harry, the only driver being penalty free right now. Awesome job, Harry. Keep it up. Murphy's Law was recently fighting for a podium position. Now finds himself down in 5th after I think we took us some wing damage there in Anthony Noakes' corner, causing him to have to pit and give up the position of Arrow. We have a driver in the pits. Who's in the pits? Folder Eyes is in the pits. Perhaps what tires were he on? Is he on a pair of softs, or either way, it looks like his tires may have just ran out and he came into the pits. With Folder Eyes pitting, he's yielded 6th place to the Bulldog, so Bulldog's going to have a chance to pick up some good points here in 6th place if he can keep Folder Eyes behind. Folder Eyes is going to be on much newer tires. He's already gained like 4 or 5 tenths since pitting on the Red Bull driver. So it's going to be, we'll see what happens. And he's getting lapped. Is that, yeah, and he's just got lapped as well. The Bulldog is getting lapped by Axton. Airstrike in P8 started on the hard tires. Had a tough time on those. Came in for some mediums and just sitting back in P8 right now. Sin 15, I believe he is the highest penalized person. I could be wrong, but I think he has the most seconds worth of penalties. If I remember correctly, he was racking them up in Bahrain. He's racking them up again in Monaco. Unfortunately, those penalty points don't count for championship points. Those actually hurt you, as he's completely lost his front wing coming up the hill. I don't even know how you can do such a thing. But the commentator's curse is strong. It's very strong tonight, as Sin has lost his front wing. So he's going to have to limp that one back home into the pits, and he's going to be getting lapped himself. So RC actually is picking up a time penalty, but going through as dude from Mexico pits. He needed a new wing. RC goes through for P10. RC is in the points position, and dude from Mexico just picked up a 5-second time penalty for crossing the white line, exiting the pit lane, and another 3 seconds for quarter cutting. That almost guarantees RC some championship points this evening. That will be absolutely huge for RC getting some points. Folderized right behind the Bulldog. This is where the action is right now. The fight for... Oh, and he went through. He just slipped it up the inside. Did Bulldog even see him coming? Folderized, making it look easy. And he moves on up into 6th. Folderized up into 6th position. Bulldog back to 7th. That might be the last on-track action we have for the Monaco Grand Prix this evening, unfortunately. Unless we have an accident or something. Let's look at penalty gaps right now. Looks like Folderized is going to be able to pull away from the Bulldog, so that shouldn't really be an issue. Everybody else is separated by so much. Sin 15 is going to potentially get ahead of Aerostrike. He only has to get within 3 seconds. He's on brand new tires. Or no, he's not. Is he on new tires? Yeah, he has to be. Yeah. Wait, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, Sin. No. RC7 might be able to get another spot. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He needs to gain 4.2 seconds. 4 seconds on Sin in the next several laps. And RC might be able to pick up some more points. He is reeling him in. Absolutely reeling him in. Just riding on board with Zenith. And Zenith, the man, if I'm reading his telemetry correctly, the man's got like no battery energy. He just won't quit. Yeah, there was one year, yellow flags in Sector 3. I think that was a lap car moving over. Or no, we got a spinner. Who is it? Dude from Mexico has lost it on the main straight, and he has retired. Dude from Mexico is out of the race. He has given up. And that all button short. And RC7 retired too. What? Why would he do such a thing? Who's coming up the hill? Are we going to see RC7's car? Where is it? Where is RC7? Oh, he's absolutely made a mockery of it. Oh, and he's into the wall. RC7, he had points. He was absolutely guaranteed points. All he had to do was finish the race. And he put himself into the wall. Not a few moments later. That is an absolute shame. Oh, man. He's going to be kicking himself for that one. That is unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver. But there's always next week at Baku. We got about 1 2/3 of the race left. Everybody has at least roughly a 20-second gap to the next driver. So I think it's pretty safe to say. I mean, honestly, I should just take a step back right there because we saw 2 drivers just finish themselves with only a couple of laps left. So it is Monaco. Anything can happen. I mean, again, Zenith, I would have full battery right now. I would have full battery. I would be driving very carefully. Zenith is just like a man on a mission. He's flying through. You know, it was like Ayrton Senna all those years ago where there's a story where Senna was flying around Monaco. He was absolutely tearing the track up. He was like a minute clear, 40 seconds, I think, or a minute clear of the driver behind. And he was pushing. His pit wall was saying, Senna, we need you to slow down. We have the race. Take it easy. Don't crash. Senna was like, dude, you know, forget about that. Like, I'm a race car driver. I'm going to push. Finally, his pit wall convinced him to slow down. Senna instantly, maybe not instantly, but within a couple laps, puts it into the wall at, where was it? It was at Portier, actually, right where Zenith's coming up to Portier. Was where Senna infamously crashed out right over there in the corner on the outside. Another great Monaco story. How could you forget Kimi Räikkönen getting into a bit of an accident and then going to his yacht. Instead of going back to the pits, he went to his yacht for the rest of the race to watch it with his friends while having a drink. But we're here tonight for Zenith Online Racing, round 3 of the championship. Zenith leads the championship, and he wins race number 3. The Monaco Grand Prix goes to Zenith to win it. He's earned this one. Absolute class of the field. Congratulations, Janet. I'm sure that's going to be a good one. He's going to be happy about that. And back-to-back Monaco wins. Have we had that so far in Zenith Online Racing? He won Tier 1 PS4 or PS whatever PlayStation yesterday. He's winning PC tonight. Tae Wen brings it home in second place. The second driver on the podium. Nicely done for the Aston Martin driver. Coming home in third, we're going to have Axton, who I'm sure, while he does have a podium, I'm sure he may be a little bit happier. He may be thinking he deserves to be a little further up the order. But he should be proud of himself. With all the trials and tribulations, he still came home with a podium. That's something to be proud of. Nicely done, Axton. Good race. Sir Harry Hotspur, the leading AlphaTauri driver. The only driver without a penalty this race. So I want to say congratulations to Harry for that. And he was the final driver to actually be on the lead lap at the end of the race. It was Sir Harry. Sir Harry was the last driver on the lead lap. From 5th place down, they were lapped by at least Janet to win it. Driver of the day goes to Folderize, who managed to have an absolutely smashing race. Even though he was in and out, disconnecting, reconnecting, he still managed to finish this race on a strong note, pick up some good points for his team, and pick up driver of the day as well. I think he gained like 6 positions. I'm sure Gunther Steiner would be very happy right now if this was real life. Is that Carlos Sainz? That guy in the Aston Martin suit looks like Carlos Sainz. Janet to win it, wins the race, followed by Tae Wen, Axton, Sir Harry, Murphy's. Folderize picking up driver of the day, starting 13th, finishing 6th. Congratulations, Folderize, on the driver of the day award. Bulldog comes home 7th. Nice drive from the Red Bull. Aerostrike comes home 8th. Tough race for Aero, starting on those hard tires. Sin 15 comes in 9th with 21 seconds worth of penalties. He was the last driver to finish as RC, Dude from Mexico, Office Red, Wilhelm, and Daddy DeVito failed to finish the race here in Monaco. Let's see if we can get anybody in for an interview before we call it quits for tonight. We have Baku, Azerbaijan, coming up in just 1 week's time. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be racing in Baku for round 4 of the Zenith Online Racing Championship. Just to talk more about the championship, Janet to win it, taking the win here for Haas. Haas is now going to be, they're going to be even further clear in the lead of the Manufacturers Championship, so I'm sure Haas is going to be happy about that. Janet, my man, I joined I joined the interview channel on the wrong computer.
That's okay.
And then I heard you answering. I was like, what the heck is going on? Janet, fantastic race. Back-to-back Monaco wins. How does it feel?
Feels good. Feels like it's time to retire.
You know, I mean, it would be a good time to retire. I mean, are you leading the? You're not leading the T1 championship, are you?
Yeah, 100% record in T1.
That is fantastic, Janet. That is fantastic.
Yep.
So really, I mean, must have been kind of boring for you today. A little bit.
No, it can't be boring. You've got to keep your eyes on the prize at Monaco. If you let your ball off, then you're going to get wing damage and have to pit. But luckily, when I got a little bit of wing damage on my soft stint, but it was only a minor. It was manageable. That was my only hiccup in the race, really.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, Monaco is my favorite track by far. Do you like the track? Do you not like it?
I don't like racing. I'd rather watch it than race it.
You'd rather watch it than race it.
Yeah. And I'm just glad it's over.
Any other leagues you're in where you have Monaco up next on the calendar, or is that going to be it?
Unfortunately, I've got one more this Saturday, and that's it. I'm done for the year.
All right.
One more Monaco, and I'm done. That's it.
Yeah. Well, best of luck for you in that race, man. I hope you can make it 3 in a row. I mean, I would definitely retire if I won 3 in a row. That's got to be it.
Yeah, it's the dream. 3 wins in a row at Monaco. Better than a championship win, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it counts as a champ. To me, it counts as a championship. That would count. I would get a plaque of my achievement. I would put it in my room. Would never get rid of it. I'm not even joking either.
Right, I am going to jump off, Dernier. Cheers for the commentating again, man. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir, Janet. Hope you, enjoy the win, enjoy the rest of your night, and get some rest, man. You deserve it.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Zenith Online Racing Round 3 at Monaco. We'll be back next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Round 4 in Baku, Azerbaijan. After Baku, we have a break. We have a 1-week break, taking it off for the American Labor Day holiday. After that, we will be we'll be at Canada for September 14th. Canceled in real life due to COVID, but we can still race it virtually. So be sure to tune in September 14th for the Canadian Grand Prix. Remember, we have 3 open spots for the Zenith Online Racing PC Tier League. We have 2 Alfa Romeo seats available. We also have a Williams seat available. So if you're interested in racing with some of these great drivers that just put on an absolute show for us this evening, please feel free to join the Zenith Online Racing Discord. You'll be able to find that information on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Signing off.